What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Hi, it's Keisha. Nice to meet you all. Get in here because we've got quite a bit to get on into. So we're gonna go ahead and check out what it is that Ethan Slater's ex-wife has to say in regards to Ethan and Ariana. And yeah, it'll be intriguing to definitely hear from her perspective and what it is that she had to go through and experience in that situation. And this is many years later of it being public knowledge that Ethan and Ariana Grande are dating. Now, when the news first broke, everybody was shookity shook, unless you're far up Ariana Grande's ass, okay? Because I'm not talking to people, like, I don't want to talk to people today who are just stans, but like the unhealthy. But then again, if you're a stan, you're kind of unhealthy in general. Like, I don't want to talk to people who are just like crazy obsessed. I don't want to, because I feel as though we can't have a reasonable chat. You're just not gonna get it. And I try to see it from the perspective of, oh damn, I can't imagine being in the shoes of Lily, who spent so many years with Ethan Slater, had recently just given birth, and then to now be blindsided, because that's kind of what that's the narrative that was told to us when the news first broke, right? The narrative was that she was blindsided and didn't see it coming. She knew he was going off to the UK to go and film for Wicked, which is where they both met, but she didn't see it coming. So anybody with any type of common sense and knowledge would read a story, hear an article like that, and definitely side with Lily, because it just made sense. And when it comes to home wrecking, it's never a cute thing. There's plenty of single people, fine people available. Now, I want to go ahead and have an honest ass conversation with you guys. We're going to go ahead and just get on into the story, because there's definitely a lot to discuss, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's so interesting how a lot of people defend home wrecking behavior. Like, take Ariana Grande out of this equation for a second. I promise you, you will literally drag the next bitch in 0.2 seconds. If this was any other celebrity that you weren't really a fan of, you would generally be like, oh my god, she's this, she's that, she's this, she's that. Okay, now I do want to go ahead and start by saying that I think at the time a lot of people were looking at Ariana Grande with a bombastic side eye, because they were just, also I'm drinking on some I'm sipping on some green tea right now, because I'm trying to do better and stay away from like fizzy drinks and just a lot of sugar. Okay, and I know someone's gonna be like, Keisha, there's so much sugar in green tea, leave me alone. This is cool. Okay, so yeah, I'm drinking green teas and a lot of water, so that's what I'm on. I'm just trying to cut down, because I feel like I feel so weird when I have too much sugar as well. Nobody cared, but I thought I would just share, because why not? It's my channel, innit? When the news first broke, a lot of people were like, oh my god, Ariana Grande is not a girl's girl, she's a home wrecker. Hasn't she done something similar like this before? My thing is, yeah, we need to stop, and maybe this is like a major unpopular opinion, right? But just because someone is a girl doesn't mean they're a girl's girl. Like, let's just start by saying that. And this is directed to whoever you want it to be directed to. Just because someone's a woman does not mean that they have girl code or they're looking out for the next person. No, some people are just out for themselves and are generally going to do whatever makes them feel happy, and they don't mind on whoever's toes they have to step on to get there. Again, not necessarily only in the context of Ariana Grande, but I'm just saying, like, not everybody's a girl's girl, and I think that's actually okay. But I think that you now need to understand that not everybody's a girl's girl, because that's just that on that. Now, however, if someone sells you this fantasy or sells you this brand of, I'm always trying to help out women, I'm trying to uplift women, then yeah, fair enough. I can understand why that would be shooking I mean shocking for you. Then sure, that makes sense. I feel as though we need to, like, maybe not be as surprised when we hear about these stories. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was gagged. I was absolutely gagged, and I was like, girl, this ain't cute, this ain't it, this, come out, address it. But then when it came to Ariana Grande putting out an album, whilst it was a good album, I do feel as though it didn't really do it didn't really do enough explaining as much as I would have liked for it to have done, because Ariana Grande is a musician, she's gonna put it all out in the art, and I felt like it just didn't do that when it came to addressing things. It was more so, the boy is mine. Good song, very catchy, and it's always the toxic songs that I end up loving the most from any artist. I might be the problem here, babes. Two things can be true here. It's a banging song, but I do think that certain lyrics is like, oh girl, messy. And you know what? I feel like we need to actually understand that a lot of celebrities are messy. Messy boots. I'm a messy ass bitch, but don't play when it comes to me in my life and keep me out of it, yeah? But I'm a messy ass girl. I love me some drama. I tell you guys this all the time. I'm front row, popcorn, feet up, everything, okay? And I think that you guys need to understand that Ariana Grande may just be messy as well. But I feel like a lot of people try and do this thing of like, oh my god, but she would never hurt a fly. Bitch, you don't know. There might be a flipping, she might not hurt a fly, she might hurt a bumblebee. a ladybug might chuck it out. I'm just being real. We need to understand you don't know these people from nowhere. Stop being so far up their arse cheeks. Get out and do better and touch some grass. Okay, cool. Anyways, glad we've got that out of the way. Before we go ahead and get on into Ethan Slater's exes, Lily, there's too much words here. Before we go ahead and get started, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. It literally costs you nothing. And yes, also be sure to go head over to my Instagram. It will be on the screen for you guys right now. It's Itzkeisha_. I was gonna host a giveaway for December, as it's literally Christmas, but at the time that I thought of it, it was way too late. And I do want my giveaways to be international, so anyone can enter all over the world. So I definitely will be looking to do that in the new year. So definitely make sure you guys follow me on Instagram so you guys can get all the updates and you guys can know when the giveaway is going to begin. And I will make it fair where there'll be at least more than one winner for sure, because I know that like I have a big audience. I'm not just about to like I'm gonna make sure quite a few people win things, okay? And I do want to actively be doing giveaways. Sorry, I don't know why I can't speak. I think it's because it's way too early in the morning, babes. Ask me what time it is. It's literally 9:48 in the AM. Are you crazy? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, definitely go ahead and follow me on Instagram. It's Itzkeisha_. I literally reply to my DMs because why the hell not? Do you know what I mean? Ask about me. All right, guys, let's just go ahead and get started. Lily J broke her silence on her divorce from Ethan Slater. Now, my thing is, yeah, listen, can we kiki for a second? All right, I don't know how long you guys have me for because I've got to go in a second, yeah? But let me tell you this for free. I do not condone cheating or home-wrecking behavior of any sort, but especially for someone who looks like that. Why is everyone gagging for Ethan Slater? And then you got people now, yeah, saying stuff like, you know what, Ariana Grande, a year later, I understand. Like, they'll see a picture of him or a video of him and be like, you know what, I kind of get it. And it's like, you guys need to go to the opticians. If you never thought you needed glasses, babes, you do. You genuinely do. And you need a strong ass prescription, okay? Respectfully speaking, he could be a sweetheart, but I don't know how much of a sweetheart you can be now. You can be short and you can be like, oh my God, he's so adorable. Oh my God. I just don't fully know. I'm not fully buying it. And granted, at this point, we do not know the full timeline, but something is weird. You go to the UK to film Wicked. Yeah, you fall in love with Ariana Grande. I mean, she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. There's no doubt about it. But what happened to loyalty? And what happened to, I don't know, just, you know, being a good man? Your wife literally gave birth not too long ago. Like, only God can imagine the postpartum stress that she's dealing with. And then, you know, hearing the news that, hey, you've booked Wicked while she's happy for you. Bitch, she's probably like, who's gonna look after the kid with me? Like, can we be for real? My thing is, why is everyone going crazy, Google Gaga crazy for Ethan Slater? I mean, is the fine in the room of us? Like, I mean, again, don't cheat, don't be a homewrecker, but I would at least understand if it was someone that was fine as hell and like looked good with Ariana Grande, but you know, and also can we just go for single men, okay? Single men, none of the baby mama drama, none of that, okay? Lily J, the ex-wife of Ethan Slater, penned a powerful essay on navigating her life as a clinical psychologist following her divorce. In 2023, Ethan made headlines with his Wicked co-star after the relationship was made public, shortly after reports of Ariana's divorce from ex Dalton Gomez. A few days later, it was reported that Ethan had filed for divorce from his high school sweetheart Lily, with whom he shares a toddler. I hate when people are literally being delulu just for the sake of finding a solulu. I'm gonna need you guys to pipe down just for a little second, yeah? Because if we're gonna have a chat, let's be honest here. I don't know the ins and outs of Mr. Dalton Gomez. Don't know too much about him or any of that, yeah? You guys can fill me in if you guys know anything. But then again, it's like you don't know anything because we were never a part of the relationship. And I'm not saying it was a good one because at the end of the day, it ended in divorce. She wasn't happy and she wanted out. And she's entitled to do that. Anyone who's not happy in a relationship, you're allowed to go your own way, as you should. It's about doing things that's going to make you feel happy, but not in that same process stepping on somebody else. That's not what I'm trying to get at. A few days later, it was reported that Ethan had filed. So a few days later, filing for divorce, completely catching her off guard. Lily kept quiet throughout the public fallout, save for reportedly telling Page 6, Ariana's, the story, really, not a girl's girl. My family's just collateral damage. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're hurt in that moment, you're going to say whatever it is that you need to say. When you're hurt, you say things in which you either agree with or you take back. Now, I feel like she's still standing on business, and I feel like she's probably just like, damn, there's so much promotion for Wicked, can't escape it. My child probably loves a little bit of Wicked, dad's in it, but then there's that woman. There's that woman who, do you know what I mean? But also the same blame, and I feel like more blame needs to be put on Ethan Slater, to be honest with you, because he's the one that had loyalty towards you. He's the one that got down on one knee, or I don't know, in this day and age, anyone can get down on a knee. It could have been the woman, but he's the one that decided to do life with you till death do us apart, bitch. So he's the one that you should have the most loyalty towards. And I think that a lot of people are like, oh, why are you coming for Ariana Grande, or why is the internet coming for Ariana Grande? It's because Ariana Grande is involved in this. At the end of the day, she knew, that he was involved in something that involved a child as well. And I really do wonder what that conversation entailed fully, but again, we would never know. But I would love to be like a little fly in the wall, just because I'm a nosy ass bitch. Maybe I should go and touch grass, you know what I mean? She did say at the time that Ariana Grande is not a girl's girl. Now, this goes back to my point of what I was saying in the beginning. Not everybody is a girl's girl, but I think that maybe because Ariana Grande's brand was, uplifting groups of people, including women, it's kind of like this narrative has pushed that she is all here for the women, but maybe she's not, respectfully. And I don't feel like you have to be. I don't feel like you should force someone to be a girl's girl just because it seems like the best thing for someone's brand, or by rights you should be a girl's girl, because a lot of people, again, like I've mentioned, are just out for themselves and will do anything that best suits them and help their situation out. She said my family is just collateral damage. I do think that she should put a bit more emphasis on Ethan. Maybe she's trying to not Slater, not slate him in the media because they have a child together, but I feel as though, that's just that on that. And of course, a lot of Ariana Grande fans, the ones who just do the absolute most. And again, I'm not talking about everyone. I'm talking about like a small percentage of people who just happen to be the loudest in these kind of moments, did the most and started, bashing her on social media and stuff like that. And yeah, in her piece for The Cut, Lily wrote, I never really thought I would get divorced, especially not just after giving birth to my first child, and especially not in the shadow of my husband's new relationship with a celebrity. That would have me feeling so confused and discombobulated, especially if you did this guy a favor. Like, girl, respectfully, Lily's probably like, you know what, Ethan, you're when they first met, they're like, Ethan, you're a sweetheart, like I love you so much, like, oh my god, this, okay, cool, I'm taller than you, and you've expressed to me that you've probably dealt with some bullying, or you feel like an outcast a little bit, but you know what, I've got you, I've got you. And then, damn bitch, Ariana Grande swoops him up, and she's like, he's actually better suited with me. I don't know if this relationship's gonna last. I mean, I hope for their sake it does last, otherwise it would be like it was for nothing. But I do wonder if that thought does come to her mind at times. I'm very intrigued to know, because, as mentioned here, after giving birth to my first child, and especially not in the shadow of my husband's new relationship with a celebrity, listen, let's be honest, the month of November, bitch, we saw Ariana Grande a lot talking about this film, right? There was plenty of viral memes, plenty of photos of people talking about her. There was so much happening with the whole rollout for Wicked, right? And I'm very intrigued to know why Ethan and Ariana Grande didn't do the whole, okay, this is our public relationship, let's hold hands in a picture, just us two. Because I genuinely thought that's how they would play it out, but I guess we were wrong. In this season of shock and mourning, over a year after the end of my marriage was made public, I deeply missed the life of invisibility I created for myself as a psychologist specializing in women's mental health. Wow. I mean, Ethan was probably just hella excited because someone of Ariana Grande's status liked him, showed him interest, and, made it clear that she has feelings for him. It was like a mutual thing, hence why they are together now. I get it, at the end of the day, everyone's goal is to find love and to find their person, but I'm not gonna do that. Like, if from time I hear someone has a girlfriend, let alone a wife, toodaloo. Like, for me, it's just not for me. But some people are like, you know what, we can make this work if we just figure out our situation, and you do this and I do that, then we can make a way. Now, listen, this is all publicly happening, and a lot of fans were probably bombarding her in her DMs and calling her all types of names, and, calling, how fans can get, the crazy ones. And nobody deserves that, right? I'm sure she was probably getting death threats too, because that seems very common nowadays, where people just say stuff like kill yourself just because you give an opinion. Saying that she's not a girl's girl was just, like, if you really think about it, nothing. Because I think there's a lot of people who would have called Ariana Grande other words. Imagine you just being in love with someone for so many years, you guys have a child together, you think, oh my god, like, okay, he's gonna go off now to the UK, this is a huge project, he's gonna bring in some money for the family, he's living his best dreams, he's living out a fantasy of his, but then you don't come home to you. noting that she deactivated her Facebook. Okay, so I found this screenshot online. This is basically Lily J's alleged Facebook account. This was posted back in June the 1st, 2023. It's basically like a heartfelt birthday post for Ethan Slater, which states, his birthday is tomorrow, but it's already 12. I'm in London, so happy birthday to my incredible husband, the man who helped create our perfect bundle of joy, 87 years together and still counting. Here's to a lifetime of love and more adventures ahead. Missing you loads, love you, short. So that's like a cute lovey-dovey like message you would do for a significant other, right? Like, this is so innocent and just, you know, she was missing him and she spoke so highly of him. Lily discussed the importance in her own personal life remaining somewhat of a blank slate when it came to treating patients. As for being married to an actor and on the rise, she wrote, it was a tennis balance, my profession which requires privacy and his which is measured in applause, but it worked well with life was unfolding according to our plans. After difficult labor, which involved a life-threatening birth complication. Now this to me, you can't tell me Ethan didn't know. No. You couldn't tell me Ethan didn't know that there was complications at birth when it came to Lily, okay? So to know all of that and to know what it is that she had to go through while delivering your child is just such icky behavior. Oh my God, I haven't used the word ick in a minute. She said, I confidently moved to another country with my 2-month-old baby and my husband to support his career. Oh, that makes it even worse. Okay, guys, I don't know why I'm having so many like issues with my camera. It keeps cutting off, but we're back, okay? So yeah, to know that your wife at the time was dealing with so much like health complications while giving birth to you, like you guys' child, it's just mind-boggling to me. And that to me is enough to genuinely make me look at Ethan Slater and be like, you know what? You're actually just, I'm not falling for that. Oh my God, but he's so short, like he's so sweet, like oh my God, he's adorable. Like I'm not falling for that. I'm genuinely not. At the end of the day, he's a grown-ass adult. He knew what it was that he was doing. He knew whose feelings he would be hurting in that process. And I get it, like ultimately, again, everyone's goal is to find love, but I thought you were in love with your wife, hence why you married her. Consumed by the magic and mundanity, I hope I'm pronouncing that right because I felt so wrong, of new motherhood, I didn't understand the growing distance between us. Motherhood, I have learned, fills your time, but not your mind. In the countless hours I spend rocking my son to sleep, this is actually really sad, and I can only imagine someone causing this much chaos and havoc to my life, and basically, in that same breath, making me suffer, because what is given is, she's a single mother, yeah? And I feel like that's one of the hardest roles a woman can take on. Many women do it, but it's very challenging from what it is that I hear. I'm so happy that my mum is not a single mother, but oh my goodness, if she was, I already applaud her for what it is that she's done, but I would applaud her so differently because it's not easy. It ain't even easy taking care of myself. In the countless hours I spend rocking my son to sleep, pushing his stroller, marveling at his sweaty little hands grasping a crayon, I work diligently on my private project of accepting the sudden public downfall of my marriage. People are fickle, people can mess with your head, people can sell you a dream, a fantasy, and make everything seem like it's okay, but it's truly not. Because my thing is, yeah, she's going abroad, she's coming to the UK with her baby, so with your baby. And, you know, she's probably staying in like, do you guys have family in the UK? I don't know. So you guys are probably just like staying at hotels or maybe been given accommodation. I don't know how these things really work. I generally don't know. But then you're probably like selling her a dream of like, okay, I'm coming back home. I'm gonna, give me just take me 10 minutes, but I'm really with Ariana Grande. You know, and I'm getting, listen, if you're single, that's so different. This wouldn't even be a conversation. And whilst divorcing is the next step that you guys have to do in order to be together, sure, it just is still wrong, in my opinion. But I do think most emphasis should be on Ethan Slater because he's the one that had the loyalty towards Lily. Ariana Grande didn't know Lily from nowhere. But then again, there was reports a year ago saying that Ariana Grande actually met the child and she met, okay, well, let's continue on. A lifetime of sweetness is waiting for me and my child. While our partnership has changed, our parenthood has not, she added. Both of us fiercely love our son 100%. Well, I hope he does. That's the bare minimum. Of the time, regardless of how our parenting time is divided. As for me, days with my son are sunny. Days when I can't escape the promotion of a movie associated with the darkest... Sorry, this is not funny. This ain't funny. This is not funny. This is not funny. As for me, days with my son are sunny. Days when I can't escape the promotion of a movie associated with the saddest days of my life are darker. If I'm Lily, yeah, I genuinely am going to want to come off social media completely. But then again, if I watch the news, they're probably doing Wicked promotion too. Girl, can you catch a break? Wicked was everywhere. If I'm Lily, I don't know what to do. Just rockabye, baby, don't you cry. Like, there's got to be more. She's got to have some downtime where she can just go on TikTok, She don't want to be working all the time. She don't have to like look at her kid every single second of the day, respectfully. I mean, I get it, like, okay, I'm sure the child is beautiful or whatever, but like, you want to be able to have some downtime where you can go on your phone and just scroll and just be able to relax. She said, if I can't be invincible anymore, I may as well introduce myself. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I do like that line. That was a good line. If I can't be invincible anymore, I might as well introduce myself. Ah! You know how a sponge, oh, let's not do Sponge because he was SpongeBob. You know how a sponge is most effective at absorbing liquid when it's already a bit wet? Maybe we can think about my messy, not so personal life in that way. A dose of my own loss, rage, powerlessness, sadness that helps me hold yours, the essay continued. So consider this essay my message in a bottle sent out to sea, to maybe wash up at my patient's feet someday. I'm sorry I can't be invisible anymore. Aw. I'm not gonna lie to you though, the messiness in me, yeah, she kind of ate that sponge line. At the end of the day, it was weird how it all came about. It was weird, you know. Again, she was caught off guard by it, and she truly didn't see it coming that her high school sweetheart would do her this dirty, and she probably resents the hell out of Ariana Grande. And can you blame her? Absolutely not. She probably used to stream Ariana Grande, you know, when she was in high. Well, that wouldn't make sense because they would probably, I don't even know how old she is, but listen, she probably once upon a time used to stream Ariana Grande, especially My Everything era, one of her best eras, by the way. Dangerous Woman, I know she was definitely there. Something about you. Okay, she probably deleted it like, girl, I'm a waste of space for buying your music. Lily, you did what it is that you had to do. You released a statement, allow me to basically reintroduce myself. I can't lie to you, that is actually very sickening. Very sickening. Now, I don't know what's gonna come from this. I hope that you aren't a problematic prick, because then, girl, I don't know how to save you from this one, okay? I hope people don't go digging and trying to find some dirt on you. If they do, girl, all I can say is you're right in this situation for feeling how you feel, but anything else, to the left, I'm not involved. She's like a psychologist, right? If I'm not mistaken, one of the Psys, I can't remember. Wapangan style. Where is Psy? Anyways, stop it. But like, don't psychologists, like, excuse me if I'm wrong here, or a little bit ignorant, but don't they like kind of study these things and people's behavior? So like, she probably is hurting even more. Like, how could you bitches do this? I didn't see it coming. You understand why people behave the way they behave, but even she can't understand why these two people behave the way they behaved. In her mind, these are hooligans who literally did her dirty. I don't know whether it's true whether Ariana Grande actually met Lily once upon a time, but we do know now that it's confirmed that she was in the UK, so maybe they did, like, you know, shake hands, you know, mwah, mwah. How you doing, girl? Oh my god, I love your outfit. Oh my god, how you doing? Crazy. That's fully crazy. Now, she didn't really go into too much detail. I feel like she's probably just putting it to rest now, and she's accepted it for what it is. I just can't imagine having a difficult time in labor, having a newborn, and then your husband does you this dirty. Like, this is why, and it's not just men, okay? This is why people are so fickle and just fake. Like, what? Like, do people even mean their vows anymore? I actually really do respect the Ariana Grande fans who are like, you know what? I love Ariana, but she's so foul for this, or she was so wrong for this. I'm not gonna put myself in a position where it's me and the baby mama. It's just not in, I promise you, on everything. I refuse to have that happen to me. It's too stressful. It's too much to think about. I prefer peace. So there's that. Ariana Grande can literally get anyone and still chose to go for an Ethan Slater. I don't even know how Ethan sounds. Like, all these years, I still don't know how he sounds. I know how he looks. Especially in that SpongeBob. I just can't take him serious. But apparently Ariana Grande can. So let's just hope this relationship lasts. He just wanted to kind of like let us forget about it. Hence why they were never really like on the red carpets together that much. As much as we really thought they would be. But I feel like they probably wanted the public to forget about it. But if I'm being honest with you, Ariana Grande, I love you down. Genuinely love you down. But I just feel as though that was very calculated. We can't sit in here and pretend you didn't know what you were doing. You knew what the fans were expecting. You knew what the people were expecting. But you're like, you know what? Let me go the other way. Don't get it twisted. Whenever she does her next tour, I will be there singing, "The boy is mine," at the top of my lungs, literally. I'm not going to lose my voice the next morning. I'm going to lose it within the next hour. I'm going to be screaming at the top of my lungs because that song is a vibe. I'm not even going to lie to you. And the toxicness in me loves toxic songs. low-key, high-key. But yes, my point is that I'm still a fan. I still love Ariana Grande down, but it's all about holding your fave accountable and letting it be known that, hey, this was Grammy behavior and you should have acted accordingly, but you didn't. And that doesn't make you less of a fan, but it makes you a fan that I will respect. Somebody who's willing to hold their faves accountable and not on a pedestal, you know? And what I've noticed is, yeah, the first couple months after someone gives birth, it's either like it brings you and your partner so much closer and you guys like fall in love again, or like the guy just dips. Guess which one Ethan did. That's literally cold now. Green tea when it's cold is not a vibe. Oh my god, I'm suffering. Not more than Lily though, but Lily, I'm happy that you've taken the situation, and I mean, it's still gonna hurt you every single day, whether you admit to it or not. We know it. I wish you the best with everything, and I hope that Ethan and Ariana Grande stay together, and I hope that they can do the test of times and, you know, grow into something beautiful, because at the end of the day, it kind of has to be that. Otherwise, it's just like, girl, was it all worth it? Ethan, was it all worth it when you have a whole missus, you have a whole child at home? But I mean, he's still stepping up and seeing his child. Thank you, Jesus, because if that wasn't the case, then my goodness, that's a double homicide. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Once again, go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. It will be on the screen. It's Keisha_. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. And it doesn't go without saying. Like, I always feel like I say it because I actually generally do mean it. So yeah, follow me. It's Keisha_. And I will catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.